Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shegun Fatumo, welcome. Malon Adebayo, welcome. Eric Osadalo. Ngoya Sharis. Yeah, so constant these days. Tokumbo Talks, Rochelle White. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Daniel Atsenga, Obio Jimadu, Bose Fayajola, Grace Olajumoke, Oluwatoyin Bidemi, Glory Baye, Mercy Abiola Idowu, Solomon Ogagbon, Neki Okoro, Christy Mpoto Egunye, Oke Babatunde, Gbemi Orekoya, Christy Bassi, Samson Oyetunde, Akashma Powers, Eukaria, Bright Chibueze, Adiola Disu. Well, as you are coming in, everyone, let's quickly go and share the link to this program. You have the link button just under your video somewhere there. You have the link button there. So let's go ahead and share the link to this program. Let's go and do that as fast as possible. The faster we do it, the faster we start. So let's quickly go and share the link button. And we'll be talking again today about our wonderful ladies, about the ladies. I started on Monday, yesterday, and today we're going to continue talking about our women. And this evening, what I'm talking about is on the ladies as well. So get ready, everyone, and let's start. Today's topic is help for ladies to become self-sufficient. Help for the ladies to become self-sufficient. Help for the ladies to become self-sufficient. So if you are a lady there, or you know any woman, it doesn't matter if they are married or they are single, it might be the good time to go and invite them. I think maybe there is no better program. There's no better, there's no better place for them to be than to be here with us and learn these lessons. So I'll be talking from Monday on women and helping women to attain self-sufficiency. Apart from self-sufficiency, there are a lot of other things to talk about. But I cannot leave this. I just keep on. I cannot finish this one yet. It just keeps on going. So So the topic of today is help for ladies to become self-sufficient. Help for ladies to become self-sufficient. So every one of you, if you are ready, let's start. If you are ready, let's start. Now, a woman can never become truly self-sufficient until she is free inside. She has to make sure that she has to feel free from inside. Self-sufficiency does not come from what a lady possesses outside. Self-sufficiency is not coming from the money she has. Self-sufficiency is not dependent on what the husband or the father has provided for her, money or material things. Those things could help her to be independent. But independent is different from being self-sufficient. And so that's what I've been talking about. this morning. I spoke about that this morning, and as yesterday, and I'm speaking about that today. So, how do we get the lady to really become self-sufficient with herself, in herself, and that comes from inside. That comes from the inner qualities she's been able to develop in her. So, I want to help the ladies to know what areas she needs to develop and what are the things she needs to think about, and what are the value systems and what are the qualities that every lady needs to build inside her to make into her own core so as to become truly self-sufficient. And I think I gave 4 points in the morning. I gave 4 points in the morning. So if you are not there in the morning, you need to go and listen to the morning session. Me, I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to repeat the points that I made in the morning. I'm going to just continue. I gave 4 points because right now in the evening, I want to try as much as possible to give another 4 points. So I hope I'll be able to give another 4 points, maybe 5 points, so that we could get on with this. So the point that I want to start with today, this evening, helping women to become truly self-sufficient, is that you ladies, for you to become truly self-sufficient, you must be careful about your environment. You must make sure you are not at the mercy of your environment. You must make sure that your environment is chosen by you, and that you are not in whatever environment you are just because you found yourself there. Environment is important. Your environment dictates who you become in life, largely. Almost nothing else influences a man like his environment. The environment will determine to a large extent who you become. Even the Bible tells us that bad company will always spoil or destroy good manners. Bad company will destroy or spoil good manners. So what does that mean? Bad company is talking about environment. Bad company is talking about the ambience, where you relate, the environment. Whereas the surrounding where you go, where you relate with people. But it says the environment is so important, so significant. Our environment has so much influence on us that it will even destroy good manners. So that tells us that environment is stronger than character. So it doesn't matter what are the character virtues that you have inside you. And the environment will draw you, will break you, and will entice you stronger than the character you have built inside you. So the character you have inside and the value system you have inside is not strong enough to withstand the environment where you are in. So that means if you want to really change your life, and if you want to be the master of your own life, if you want to be the owner of your life, if you don't want to all of a sudden become a victim of other people around you, your environment could be your relatives, your environment could be your parents, your environment could be your friends, your environment could be your family where you live in. So where is it that you are located? Where is it that you are situated? Where are you most of the time? Who are the people whose values you are exposed to? Who are the people whose principles you normally and regularly listen to? Who are the people who are dictating and telling you about their value systems, about their principles? Who are the people influencing your decisions? Who are the people influencing your worldview? That is your environment. So your environment does not have to be a physical location. Your environment is the source of the information that is coming to you. What is the dominant voice in your life? Who are the people that possess those dominant voices in your life? Whose influence do you come? So that is what I want to talk about today. The power of the environment. Not just that, I'm going to give you several other points that every girl, for her to truly be self-sufficient, such that you are the owner of your own life, such that you are the one who take decisions about what happens in your own life. For you to be able to say that, for you to be able to, depend on yourself and on God most of the time, then you must revisit your environment. And you must look into your environment and see, where are you right now? Who are the people that influence you? Who are the people that you expose yourself to? And who are the people that speak into your life? And whose influence do you listen to? And where are the companies that you keep? Let me give you some suggestions on how to know if you are in the wrong environment or not. And if the environment you are in is going to help you or is helping you, or you need to change that environment. When do you need to know that you need to change that environment? First of all, the environment you are in must be pushing you to your goals, to your purpose, and to your mission in life. So if the environment you are in right now, maybe they are the people you listen to, they are your family members, they are your parents, they are your relatives, and the things they are saying, they are not establishing you in accomplishing the reason why God created you and the reason why you are here on the earth, maybe it's about time to put some gap. It's about time to, walk out from that environment. That doesn't mean, of course, to break relationship totally with people, but that just means that you don't need to be so dependent on that environment anymore. That means that you need to put some gap between you and those people. For example, there is a girl that I talk to sometimes. She's based in England, and she's not married. Maybe she's 30-something, and she's always complaining about the fact that her parents, because she's from Africa, that her parents are always putting pressure on her to marry, telling her, you've got to change your views, you've got to be softer, you've got to compromise, you've got to, calm down, you've got to reduce your values, your standard, otherwise nobody will marry you, you have to have children, you have to look at boys, you have to do this. So all the things that our parents and our family members and our relatives and our brothers are telling her, they are being dictated from what they knew from Africa. Whereas she's living in Europe right now. So she knows that these people are making her to be depressed. These people are just putting her down. They are not by any means facilitating her fulfillment in life. They are not by any means pushing her closer to fulfilling the purpose that God has created for her. They are always They always want to talk to her about one subject. When is she going to marry? Who is going to be, when is she going to cool down? When will she bring a man inside? When will she go and get a boy or a man? When will, how she should behave, how she should change, and what she has to do. And so all the pressure is all about marriage. And this is a young girl that has a life before her. She needs to fulfill her destiny. She needs to do something right now with her life. So in that kind of situation, that girl doesn't have to be in that situation, in that environment anymore. In that situation, yes, you love your family members. Yes, you meet with them, but meet with them, reduce it to minimum. Reduce your time with them to the minimum amount of time. If your parents, talk to them lovingly, visit them, give them some gifts, talk to them before they begin to talk about all the other details and the pressure. Say bye-bye, I'm busy, I have to go, let them go and, set yourself free. But if you say you have to keep yourself in that environment where they are putting all that pressure on you just out of courtesy, that courtesy is going to run you mad one day. And that courtesy could make you to take the wrong decision. And that courtesy is actually making you to lose your self-confidence. That kind of courtesy will make you to lose your self-confidence. It will make you to lose faith in yourself. It will make you to, be depressed. It will, make you to, feel unworthy. And it could even push you to the arms of some men that will abuse you, that don't really love you, and you could make the wrong decision for the rest of your life. I mean, it's a terrible thing that women pass through, especially in the hands of their own parents. So that is one way for you to identify the wrong environment and how you could take your leave from there. Another thing that you might want to do is that if you are out to know the wrong environment, that you are in the wrong environment, is if that environment, it doesn't matter, maybe it's at your job or even if it is in the church. Some people are in churches where they are, your church is, instead of your church building you up, helping you to become who you are supposed to become, giving you encouragement, pushing you forward, giving you faith in yourself and in what you could do. Some churches are doing the opposite. Some churches are always telling you about marriage. Oh, we are going to pray for you. Oh, okay, you are not yet married. Oh, where is the boy? Oh, maybe you look that side or you look this side. Oh, maybe you are dressing like this or dress like this or don't dress like this. If you see that church is an environment that is not healthy for you, if you see that church is an environment that is not empowering you, if you see that church is an environment that is not, bringing out your worth and your value and helping you to be self-sufficient, if that church is not helping you to come to fulfillment of the destiny and the purpose that God has for you, not be one church there for planet Earth though. It's not just one church you have on planet Earth. I mean, you have many churches everywhere. Maybe if you can't find even a better church, maybe you just need to sit at home and just build your own life. Maybe you just need to come together with some 2 or 3 friends that you have, similar views and encourage each other. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together, He is among them. Or you don't have to belong to one church or one building. And if it's not building you up as a lady, if that church is putting you down, putting down your worth and your self-worth and self-image and self-esteem, and is not pushing you towards your goals, towards your purpose, you better change that environment. The fact that you are going to church doesn't mean that is the right environment. There might be churches with the right environment, but there are some churches that are dangerous environment for young ladies. I mean, there are some other churches where they just beat down the women. I mean, every time they preach about family, it's just to pull down the woman. Every time they preach about, husband and wife, it's just to pull down the woman. Every time they talk about relationships, it's to beat on the woman. If that is the kind of environment where you're in, why should you have to enjoy it? Why should is there a rope that is tying you down? Are you being held on gunpoint to sit down in that particular church? If you don't have to be anywhere you don't feel welcome, and that's something that you have to think about. Everywhere where you find yourself, either it's church or a family circles, or it's your company or job or any circle that is not helping you as a woman to gain self-confidence, to believe in yourself, to believe in the purpose and the calling that God has placed upon you. If that environment is not building you up as a woman, to have a positive image about yourself, to believe in the purpose of God, and to help you push you forward to attain the purpose and the intention that God has for you. If the environment is not helping you, it doesn't matter if that environment is called church, it doesn't matter if that environment is called work, it doesn't matter if that environment is called home or family. Be wise. Women are smart. Just reduce your engagement with that environment, because your environment is 50. If you are going to take 100, right? If you are going to take 100%, 50% of the greatest influence in your life is that of environment. Environment take 50 out of 100 of all the influences, of all the things that influence your life. So the factor of the environment is one of the things that affect you the most. So if that environment is wrong, your life will be wrong. If the environment is faulty, your life will be faulty. So one of the things that you want to do for yourself as a girl is to determine your own environment. Be the one to pick your environment. Don't just remain in an environment because you happen to be born there. Don't just remain in an environment because you happen to be related. Don't just remain in an environment because you happen to work there. Don't just remain in an environment because you happen to get saved there or go to church there. Don't remain in an environment where you are not being motivated to fulfillment, where you are not being strengthened, where you are not being given dignity, self-worth. So you need to to find a place, to find a better place for yourself. Choose your own environment or create your own environment. Even if there are no people, even if there are no human beings that you would like to emulate, even if there are no human being that you could be around, there are no people that you don't have an ideal environment wherever you are. You could create your own environment by just locking yourself in the room and creating an environment of God, just being alone with God, or going to get cassettes or videos or recordings of people who will motivate you, who will create in you the self-worth that you desire. And just like you are doing with me now, this is a good environment for you to build yourself. Why don't you go and listen to a whole list of all the old cassettes, all the old recordings that you had forgotten? Go and do that. Go and lock yourself in an environment where you could be developed, where you could build yourself, rather than where they are putting you down and they are killing you gradually. Before you realize it, you are already old. So environment is one thing every lady must determine. Don't be a victim of your environment. Determine your own environment. Construct your own environment. Build your own environment. Determine your own environment. Now, another factor that will help you to know if you are supposed to change your environment is this. Any environment where you are in and you don't have a voice there, it's time for you to leave. You must have a voice in an environment for you to be relevant or to be. Maybe the only thing, maybe why you are not, talking, is not that you don't have a voice. It's just maybe because you want to learn. But let's say you are in a company of friends or of colleagues or women or girls, and you don't even have a talk. You don't even have a voice. They don't even ever allow you to talk. Everybody's just telling you what they're thinking, and everybody's just putting their own ideas on your head and making you to do what they say. You don't have a voice. If you don't have a voice in an environment, you know what to do. Pick your load, carry your bag. It's time for you to carry your bag and just go and do something better for yourself. Go and lock yourself somewhere. Go and study, go and read, and go and create your own environment where you could become anybody, all the things that God wishes for you to become. So don't be afraid. Some people, because ladies sometimes are afraid of being lonely. Women don't like loneliness. And women are thinking, okay, these are the only people I have. If I don't meet with them, who will I be meeting with? I don't have other friends. I don't know people. You know what? In this world, though, you have 7 billion people. People are everywhere. Even if you are on an island where you are the only one living there, you can still get internet. Through internet, you can get to people everywhere. Through, Skype, telecommunication, social media, other people will come. Don't worry about that. If you don't be afraid of ever losing your company. New company will develop very fast. If one door closes, it's because God wants to open another door, maybe a better door even. So you determine. Don't just settle for less. Don't settle for any environment where they are oppressing you, where they are putting you down, when you don't have a voice, when you are not going anywhere. You don't need to remain there. You determine your own environment. And if you cannot find people who correspond with the vision that you have, with the goal that you have, with the dream that you have, with the aspiration that you have, if you don't find people around you who correspond with your aspirations and with your dream and with the kind of people that you like to see around you, you don't have to remain there. Create your own environment or wait until the right people come. Because sometimes you will never have the right people in your life until the wrong people walk out. Sometimes you will never have the right people until the wrong people go out. So you have to let the wrong people go for the right people to come in. So don't ever be afraid of letting people go in your life. In fact, as a matter of fact, it could be the biggest thing, the greatest thing that could happen to you. Because with the wrong people walking out, the right people are just waiting to come in as well. So no problem. It's not a big deal. The world is full of people, and you are going to have the right people soon after you let go of the wrong people. Next point. This is also very similar to what I spoke about environment, but this is a little bit different. Though, next point I want to make is don't hold on to people by force. Don't enforce yourself on people. You can retain friends, but you cannot, you can have friends, but you cannot retain friends by force. If some people want to walk out of your life, don't ever cry because of that. If some people want to leave you, don't ever be worried about that. It's also a sign of blessing. So don't hold to anything. Don't hold to people. Don't hold to people by force. That's what I mean. Don't hold on to people by force, especially men. Because we are talking to the ladies, especially men. I've seen so many instances where women humiliate themselves in front of men. I've seen many instances when women are even falling on their faces, begging men not to leave them. I've seen instances when women are throwing themselves to the feet of men. And mostly these are men that don't deserve it. These are men that don't deserve it. Actually, it is men that should be throwing themselves to the feet of women. It is the men that are supposed to be falling on their knees. But sometimes women do that. And the reason why women do that is because they don't have self-esteem, they don't have self-value. They are thinking that if they don't hold on to the man, that the man will leave them, and they will never have another boy, or they don't know if anybody will ever love them, and they don't know if they just too dependent on their feelings. And that's what I want to talk about today, that don't hold on to anybody. As a woman, don't hold on to anyone. Let them go. Let them go. You can accommodate friends, but you cannot hold on to friends by force, especially if they want to walk out on you. If they want to leave, if some friends want to leave your life, let them go. Let them go. Even if they are girlfriends that want to leave you, sometimes also we don't want to let our girlfriends leave, or but mainly with the men is where the women have problems. Let them go. Always know that your dependency is on God. Always know that God is your sufficiency, and God is your source, and God is the only thing and the only person that you cannot let go. And you should know that if God is on your side and if God is for you, that nobody can be against you. You should also know that it doesn't matter who is against you if He is on your side, if He is for you. But if God is not on your side, if God is not for you, and you are holding on to the old world, it doesn't matter who is for you if God is not for you. It doesn't matter who is on your side if God is not on your side. It does not matter how many millions of people are supporting you if God is not supporting you. But I will tell you that it doesn't matter how many people are not supporting you. It doesn't matter how many people are against you if God is for you. One on the side of God is a majority. Just find peace with God. Make sure that you're at peace with God. Make sure that God is on your side. Make sure that you are in unison with God. Make sure that you have that unity, that oneness with God. If you have Him on your side, if you have God, it doesn't really matter who is against you anymore. It doesn't matter how many people will be against you. If you have God on your side, if God will be for you, it doesn't matter who is against you. So remember that. It's only God that you cannot lose. But every other man, let them walk out if they want. Even if they are women, let them walk out. Because, if you can find self-sufficiency in your own self, in God, God will bring something more beautiful, something more glorious to replace anyone that has walked out of your life. You see what the Bible says is that anything that we are afraid of losing, that we are going to lose anyway. But anything that we are ready to lose, we keep. So the Bible says that he that is ready to lose his life will keep it. But he that is not ready to lose his life, but wants to fight for it by all means, he will always lose it. And this is a problem with women sometimes. Women sometimes become so emotional that they don't see the future. Women sometimes hold on to the wrong relationships, they stay in the wrong marriages while they are dying. So women sometimes stay in the wrong relationships where they are suffering, where they are killing their worth, where they are killing their dignity, where they are putting down the God that is in them. Don't hold on to men. Don't hold on to husbands. Don't hold on to relationships. Why? Do you think God is dead? If God will care for the lilies of the valley, if God will care for the birds of the air, won't He care for you? Do you think God has run out of options? There are millions of options always in the hand of God. God always has million options for you if you could only trust in Him. So, but it is better sometimes to hold on to your dignity. It is better to respect yourself, to know that you are self-sufficient in God, than to hold on to the wrong people, to hold on to people who are humiliating you, who are putting you down, who are abusive of you. So you don't have to remain in an abusive relationship. Have self-sufficiency in God. The Bible says that our sufficiency is in God. God is our sufficiency. And let God become your sufficiency as well. Now, so the question will be, what will you then do if you release that man? Or what should you do if you release that woman? What will you do if that friend walk away from your life? What should you do if that marriage, if that husband leaves you? What should you do? The first thing you should do is to discover yourself. One, discover yourself through personal relationship with God. Make sure it becomes your closest friend. Make sure you are in sync with God. Number two, the next thing you need to do when people begin to walk out of your life, or when you need to walk out of some relationships, the next thing you need to do, apart from finding God, the next thing you must do is begin to go on adventure, on a journey to discover yourself. Just put it as your target. Put it as your goal that you must discover yourself. And it's not about bragging. Or this one is not a bragging, and it's not about money. I'm not here to make money out of you. I'm not here to make you pay me for anything. But let me tell you this. I don't know. I personally, and I know a lot. I know a lot of people. I know almost all ministries in the whole world. But I don't know of any ministry. I don't know of any resource, any place where you could get better resource to develop yourself, to discover yourself, and to become who God wants you to become, like you will find on SundayAdelajaBlog.com. or on my videos. All these videos, the links to the videos are here now on this comment section. They are there on my page, Facebook page. They are there on my YouTube. They are there everywhere now. I don't know any other resource. I don't know any other, any other place where you could get so much unique knowledge, unique wisdom, unique understanding, unique resources for free, for you to just take and become anything you want to become for free. You don't need to buy them, you don't need to pay for them, you don't need to give any money, not even $1. I don't even see. Even for money, I don't even know any place in the whole world where you could get, even for money, the kind of materials that you will find on SundayAdelajaBlog.com or on Sunday Adelaja Official on YouTube or Facebook. All the material, all these teachings that I have here. So go on a journey to discover yourself. Go on a journey to just build in yourself. So the first thing, find God. Secondly, go and build yourself up. Go and fortify yourself through knowledge. Go and put knowledge and wisdom in yourself. By the time, let me tell you what will happen. By the time you develop yourself, by the time you fortify yourself, by the time you equip yourself, the whole world will be looking for you. All the people who had walked out will be now looking for you. All the ones that you have lost, in fact, they will be looking for you, but you will not be looking for them. You will not even like to take them back anymore. You will not be interested in getting them anymore. Why? Because you have added value to yourself. Go and create value in yourself. Go and add value to yourself and make sure that you become a hot cake. Turn yourself to hot cake. Turn yourself to hot cake. Even if it is about finances. Some people are saying, but I don't have money. What will I do with finances? Go get my financial teachings. Go and get those financial teachings and go and just listen. If you will listen to those financial teachings properly. In fact, I have one guy now in America that just wrote me yesterday. He's been in America like for 40 years. 40 years, my God. 40 years. And he just came across my teachings on finances. He said he'd just been weeping. This guy went and just resigned from his job. Just to go and listen, just to be listening to my cassettes from morning till night. And he wrote to me and he said, where have you been? You say, don't be like that. Go and discover this wealth and go and build yourself up and go and become the person that God wants you to become. Once you have built yourself, or once you have the value, once you have built you have converted the value system inside yourself, you are not going to be holding on to anybody again. No? They are now going to be the ones looking for you, they are going to be the ones to look for you. The next thing you need to do. It doesn't matter if people are walking away from you, or they are chasing you away, or they are not taking you in their company, or they are abusive to you, or they jilted you, or they disappointed you. It doesn't matter what has happened to you. Listen, ladies, even if you are the one that is walking away from some relationships or from other people's lives, to start again, the first thing I say you should do, come in sync with God. Secondly, develop yourself, add value to yourself. The third thing you must do is you must get rid of anger. You must walk in forgiveness. It doesn't matter what people have done against you. You must get rid of blaming people, getting angry at people. Until you set people free, you are not free. Until you let people go and you release them in your own heart and bless them even, you cannot be free ever. It doesn't matter what you do. So that's why anger will not take you anywhere. That is why offense will not take you anywhere. That is why Accusing other people will not take you anywhere. Blaming other people will only hold you down. As long as you are blaming other people, as long as you are, angry at other people, as long as you are unforgiving to other people, it's like you are tying yourself. You tie your own leg. You go and put prison chain in your own leg and tie yourself to some pole somewhere. Doesn't matter how you struggle. It doesn't matter how you fight, how you struggle. You will not go anywhere. There will be no progress for you. So for you to have progress in life, you must set other people free. Forget about them. Let them go. Everybody will receive their own portion. God knows how to restore, how to revenge for you. God knows how to fight for you. God knows how to recompense and give back to anybody that has offended you. Vengeance belongs to me, says the Lord. So that is the next thing you want to do. You want to let people go. You want to clear your heart. Because it is only when you clear your heart like that, you begin to enjoy life again. That is when your joy will come back to you. Your peace will come back to you. That is when you begin to enjoy all the beauties that God is bringing to your life. When you are seeking God, when you are developing yourself, God is also busy working for you. But when you are angry, when you are unforgiving, when you are accusing other people, when you are bitter, you are not able to see all the wonderful things that God wants to do for you. You are not able to even see. You don't even see it at all. Because unforgiveness has a way of blinding people. And anger, frustration, accusation of others also has a way of blinding people's eyes. So it just destroys you from every angle, and then you get sick at the end of the day if you are walking in unforgiveness. So just let them go and begin to live and begin to enjoy yourself. Okay, I don't know what point now I'm about to give. What number is this? The next point I'm about to give, but the next point, not the sub point, but the next point. All these points are supposed to help. They are helps to help ladies attain self-sufficiency. All right. The next point I want to give is very important. This is the next big point, all right? It doesn't matter big or small. Well, the next point is, all of us sometimes, we could feel ourselves as if we're inadequate, Sometimes you might feel that, especially as a lady, women have the ability to feel themselves low many times, especially because of the swinging mood and everything like that. So a lot of times, women could come to a place where they feel helpless. Women will often feel themselves helpless and as if there is no way. So how do you come out of that situation when you feel helpless, when you feel tired, when you feel there is no way, or when you feel yourself inadequate? What should a lady do when she's feeling that she's too weak, or she's not smart enough, or you are not strong enough, or you are not wise enough, or you are not strong enough? When you are feeling that, I don't think I can face it, I'm not so good. There's a way out of that. Anytime you are feeling yourself inadequate like that as a woman, the way out is this. You've got to go and open your eyes. You first of all just got to open your eyes. Open your eyes very well and look around you. And around you doesn't have to be in your vicinity, physical environment. Around you could be anywhere in the world. Around you could be internet. Around you could be, the world now has become a global village. The world now, you can get anything and everybody anywhere in the world. Go to Google, type something. Go to YouTube, type something. What I say you should open your eyes for is this. Look for people who are good in those areas where you are weak. Look for people who are strong in those areas where you feel yourself you are weak. Go and plant yourself in their environment. Either it's through video, or it's through audio, or it's through books, or it's through physically being present there. Anyhow, but when I say go and plant yourself in their environment, I mean get in touch with them. Go and be feeding from them. And once you begin, because you don't go and be giving them money and tithe and offering and what do they say, prophet offering and prophet, faith offering. Those are not the things I'm talking about. Just go and learn. Because what makes them who they are is not the tithe offering or all this thing. What makes them who they are is what they know. So go and learn from them. Go and just suck in from these people, especially if they are people who have attained what you are only dreaming of attaining, or people who are stronger than you, or people who have been able to pass through the challenge that you are passing through. Go and listen to what they are saying. And once you listen to them very well, once you have observed them very well, you know what the next thing to do? The next thing for you to do is just begin to copy them. Make you don't even try to say, oh, how can I do it? Just begin to copy them. Copy the way they talk, copy the way they speak, copy the way they reason, copy the actions they did, copy the things. Just begin to copy. Once you begin to copy, their grace will begin to come upon you. Their anointing will begin to come upon you. And if you have opportunity to write them, or to talk to them, or to seek for their advice, ask them questions. Copy them. Just copy them. Even if how can you copy? You lose yourself. Now yourself, you are weak. Copy the one that is strong. You don't like what you have now. What you have now is not good enough. Go and copy the ones that are good. And copying is not against the will of God. Copying is not unscriptural. Copying is very scriptural. You remember that Paul said, imitate me. Imitate me. Imitate me as I am imitating Christ. Follow me as I'm following Christ. Copy me as I'm copying Christ. That is, in fact, the fastest way to learn without pain is by copying. So just go and copy. Just go and just repeat what the person is doing. It doesn't matter if the person, if the person is a man or a woman. If the person is doing something that you admire, and the person is doing very well, and you admire what you see, and you like the strength in that person, just go and be copying them, or just copy them. By copying them, you discover yourself in the process. By copying them, you will not even remember the time you are already your own person. But their grace, because what does copy mean? By copying people, you stand on their shoulder and you begin to see farther. So that's why, is it Isaac Newton that they said, he said, if you people think I'm great, he said, I'm only great because I'm standing on the shoulders of the greats. So all of us, we must learn to stand on the shoulders of the greats. So it's not because I'm only great, it's because I'm stood on the shoulders of some great people. Look for some strong people who are strong, people that you can admire, people that you can be proud of, people that you can only look at like this and you are energized. Fill them with your environment. Fill your life with the environment. Listen to them from morning till night, and just begin to copy anything they say, anything they teach you. Just copy them. By the time you are copying them, you've forgotten your sorrow. You have forgotten your pain. You have forgotten your rejection. You've forgotten your failure. And then things will begin to work out for you as well. So these are just a brotherly or fatherly advice to you girls, to you ladies. I really hope I'm helping somebody today. I really hope I'm helping someone. Maybe I can still give you 1 or 2 points because we still have a few more minutes. Oh, today is working out for me to give some more points. Today is not bad. Today is not bad. Today is not bad. Thank God. Okay. The next thing you will need to do the next thing you will need to do, ladies, is for you to really become self-sufficient. Turn yourself to a magnet. Turn yourself to a magnet. Do you know you could turn yourself to a magnet? Hello, girls. Hello, ladies. Do you know you could you could turn yourself to a magnetic force, to a magnetic figure? Turn yourself to a magnet. Now the question is, how do you do that? How do you turn yourself to a magnet? How do you know how magnet works? Magnet pulls. It pulls all similar things to himself. It has the ability to attract and to pull things to itself. So, and it pulls only lively things. It pulls only similar things, only things that have metal or steel in it, things that are lively, things that have a content in them. It's not pulling together a sheet of paper on itself. Or no, it's not putting to himself anything that is dead, anything that is meaningless, anything that is that is uninteresting, anything that is void of life. It doesn't put them. It only puts together to itself things that are heavy, things that are pregnant, things that have content, things that have value. That's what magnet does. So turn yourself to a magnet. Now let me give you a few ideas on how to turn yourself to a magnet. One, turn yourself to a magnet through knowledge. Through knowledge. That's number one. Turn yourself to a magnet through proactiveness. That's number two. Proactiveness. Number three, turn yourself to a magnet through the spirit of optimism. That's number three. Turn yourself to a magnet through the spirit of optimism. Become the life of the company, of any company where you go into, where you find yourself into. Develop joviality. Develop merry spirit. Merry spirit attracts people. Get rid of your sorrow. Get rid of your mood. Laugh more. Learn to laugh. Learn to make other people laugh. Learn to make other people interesting. Learn to say things that will make other people laugh, to make them interesting. Bring out life. Become lively. Become an interesting personality. Be an interesting figure. Number four, turn yourself to a magnet by always looking for the good you can offer anybody you meet at any time. Just always, be aggressive in doing good. Be aggressive in being kind to people. Be aggressive in doing good and being kind. Be aggressive in... sometimes it might be only a smile. Sometimes it's only a hug. Sometimes it's only a good advice. Sometimes it's only some few words of encouragement to people. So turn yourself to a magnet through good work, through service, through kindness, through love. Turn yourself to a magnet through love. And of course, through proactiveness, like I said in the beginning. Okay. Let me see if I could still give you one or two things, huh? The good thing about being a magnet is you always have people around you. People will always look for you. You always have people around you. You always have people around you. You will never be bored. You will never live a boring life. Let me see if I should give you one or two more. Maybe I can still give you one or two ideas. Next point, for you to be self-sufficient, don't ask people for things. Stop the habit of asking people to give you something material, but always ask them to give you something immaterial. Always ask for things from people that are immaterial, that are invisible, but never ask for things that are visible from people. So don't ever go to people asking them to give you money. Don't ever go to people asking them to give you clothes, give you job, give you car, give you something material. No. Only weak people ask for gifts. Only weak people ask for material things. It shows weakness. So don't do that. You know what you should do? Ask people for intangible things like knowledge. You don't even need to ask that one. Just go there and learn by yourself. But if there are things you could ask for. You go ask for their knowledge, ask for their wisdom, ask for their experience, ask for just for whatever they know to do, for the qualities that they have. Ask for invisible things. Learn from people. So if you can learn from them, that is all you need. That is all you need. You don't need to ask them to give you things. Yeah, ask for their advice. Ask for their advice. Ask for their wisdom. Ask for their knowledge. Ask for their understanding. But never ask for physical things from people. Never ask for tangible things from people. Ask for things that you could take and copy and learn. And once you begin to learn from people like that, within no time, you will be as good as them, or you will be as good as as you try, as you make efforts. Things will begin to work for you too. You'll begin to have your own testimony soon. But intangible things will always attract tangible things. Invisible things will always attract visible things. All visible things are temporary. All visible things are just temporal. The real wealth in life are the invisible wealth. The real wealth in life are the things that you don't know, that you don't see. So even if you are going to ask for money or for something, use that money to get something of value. Use the money to get yourself books. Use the money to get yourself a computer. Use the money to get yourself some knowledge. Use the money to get yourself things that you could use to add value to yourself or to improve yourself and to make yourself a better person. So, my time is up today. My time is up, girls. But I think I was able to give you more points today. I think I was able to give you more points today than other days. Thank God. I'm so happy. Maybe this week, because there are those three things that I started to talk about from Monday, and I was afraid, maybe I will we are still in the first point. There are still two more points that I'm supposed to talk about this week, and I'm thinking, my God, we are just doing 1 point now. Maybe I will do this whole point till Friday, because we are just on self-sufficiency still right now. There are still other points that we need to, other 2 points that we need to talk about. and I'm saying, okay, well, let's go ahead and share the link. I don't know if you have shared the link or not. If you have not shared the link, please look only at the video. You'll see the link. Let's go share the link, please. Let's go share the link. Go share that link, and maybe it could be a blessing to somebody on your platform, or maybe your children, maybe your father, maybe your children, or your sisters, or your mother, or your relatives, anybody that you think might need to listen to this, especially if they are women and ladies. So let's go share the link and write some comments on there. Write some comments in there. Write some comments and let people know that it's important for them to listen to it. Maybe it will deliver somebody. Maybe it will help someone. So let's go share the link. And let me see what you people are writing. Let me hear your opinion. Let me see what you are writing. Are you writing anything here? Okay, let me see. Shigo said all these things I'm saying is like music to my ears. So these are music to the ears of Shigo. Maybe not only Shigo is music to her ears. Maybe it's music to the ears of many people as well. Wonola says, thank you for the value you are adding to so many lives. Thank you. TY says, you will always have people Pastor Sunday, you will always have people. You are a massive magnet, man of God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. TY says, Dr. Adelaja, since I met you, I have been super glued to you, chewing gum you, and Xerox you well. You are a blessing, sir, and a smart person. Thank you. Okay. Rochelle White, since listening to you, I have written pages and pages of notes so valuable. I am convinced my life will be transformed. I can't miss one program. Wow. That's from New Zealand. And she never misses a program, morning and night. Amazing. And Chris Bam, I wrote before, sir, that magnetic force could make presidents and kings seek for magnets. Yes, like Daniel and David and Daniel of their times. You're right. Euchoria says, listening to you is a great delight. Thank you, Pastor Sunday. Bright Shibweze, thank you, Pastor, for this great teaching. It's not only for ladies, it's also for men. Okay. Ola Martin said, thank you, sir. You are the best, and we are all learning from you. Thank you. Miranda Rich says, we are self-sufficient when we understand that His grace is sufficient for us and how much He loves us, and that Jesus is all we need. We will never feel sufficient till we understand His love for us. Blessings say, thank God that I didn't miss today's preaching. Tina says, Dr. Adelaja, thank you very much. May God bless you more and more. Thank you. Ufoma says, you are the best, sir. Thank you so much for this valuable words of wisdom. I shall carry them forth to teach my girls. This is a liberating message for us as women. God bless you, sir. Segine said, you are a blessing to us all. We men also benefited greatly from this. Kudos. Margarita Christopher, I'm so thankful to God to have the possibility to learn from you. You teach as a father, so touching and practical. I am going to share it with Bulgarian women. Yeah, Margarita. Very, very proud of you, Margarita. Let revival begin. Let the revival begin in Bulgaria. Bosse says, Bosse Fayajiola, on behalf of the wonderful ladies on this platform, I say thank you, sir. God bless you and increase your knowledge. Thank you. Salom says, I needed to hear you, Pastor, and I'm happy I did. Thank you so much. Fumi Jeboda say, thank you, sir. Already saved to my timeline and shared. We surely be listening again. Wonderful. Joseph Oyewole says, never ask for tangible things from people. Ask for things that have lasting influence, wisdom, knowledge, experience, wealth that money can buy and are more valuable than gold and silver, right? Elizabeth Ali says, thank you so much, Pastor. Love you so much. I've learned a lot. Thank you. Nena She said, please continue, Pastor. I just came in. You can go and listen to the video. Just get a copy, press the share button, it will come to your timeline. Then you go and listen to it as many times as you want to. Princess Gildom, oh my. I have missed out, but we go and listen to the message. Bidemi says, I chatted with my fiancé immediately that you need to listen to Pastor Sunday. Shigo, as usual, a jam-packed messages for everyone, from everyone. Sharon Miot, praise God from Port St. Lucie, Florida, USA. God bless you, Pastor Sunday. Robin Shockley, enjoy this so much. Obi Ojimadu, Shalom, Salome, welcome to the platform. Okay, that's Chris Bam. Billions of words flow through me, seeing you. You inspire wisdom in me like no other. Wow, wonderful. Joseph Oyewole is like Dr. Adilaja is. You are pampering women. Pampering women so much. You thought I was going to come hard on them, right? Like I did for you, man. Last week was for men. Last week was for men, and it was hard, coming strong, teaching the men very hard and talking to them directly and rebuking and chastising and correcting. But with the woman is not so harsh, right? The men are getting jealous. So you feel that I am actually pampering women. Pastor Joseph says, you panel beat the men last week. Oh, well, we love our women too. Because you are adding value to them. Thank you, sir. Well, you must, women are they are the weaker vessel, and you've got to treat them like a weak vessel. You remember what I showed you last week, man? You got to treat them like this and hold them with care and be really protective of them so that it doesn't damage the weaker vessel. You've got to really wash and really be protective and look how you hold the glass, and that's how you treat a lady. And so I'm trying to take my time with the ladies. Okay. Laura Ikeobi says, I wish if you could put it in a CD for people in Africa to listen to, because a lot of people are not on Facebook. Well, we have a lady here. I think she's here. I don't know if she's here today. Shioma. Shioma is she tries to put. I think she's putting them on CD. So if you have people in Africa that need to listen to this message, go look for Shioma. Shioma is on somewhere here. She will give her telephone and you could contact her. Steve Osarity says, thanks for opening our eyes of understanding. How I wish I knew this earlier. I know something good can still happen to me. Oh, yeah, sure. Something good will happen. Shiga, all women coming through this forum must be high quality, high class ladies of the highest form. None of us has an excuse anymore. Beautiful, beautiful. Miranda, God bless you. This is my very first time to listen to you. I will continue to listen and we share. Yes, I come out twice a day. Twice a day. What is that schedule? If you go to my Facebook page, my timeline, you will see the schedule there. But it's twice every day. Twice every day. Kina Spearman. Welcome back, Kina. I've not been seeing you for some time now. She said, we need a conference now. Well, where do we organize the conference? Is it here in Ukraine, in America, in Europe? By the way, I have my conference coming up. I have my conference coming up in November. From the 6th to the 12th of November, we have History Makers Training. It's called History Makers Training. It's a training that is just a small training, that closed door training, where I spend the whole day. Me and my team, we share our experience with ministers and people from all over the world. So anyone that is free from the 6th to the 12th, come to Ukraine. Just write to our email, guest at God Embassy, one word, godembassy.org. Guest is GUEST at godembassy, one word.org. So you might want to come and join us still. Maybe it's not too late for you. She, Sandra, great word of wisdom from a loving father. Thank you so much, Pastor. You have indeed ministered to our soul. Omonike Ikeade, Pastor Sunday, thanks for all your teachings. I always look forward to hearing you. I now know I should focus more on my calling than think of bearing more children. Wow, oh my God. Christy says, Women Empowerment Series. God bless you, sir. I cannot even begin to imagine the effect of your message on my life. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Molly says, Man of God, you have a beautiful heart. Love you, sir. Thank you. Lola Shorunke, search for the treasure in people. Everyone should have at least one that you can learn from and use it to impart your word. Francis Singh, God bless you. Pray I pick the right career. Shigo, thanks for teaching us so many secrets that make for high quality life. Thank you. Pastor Debo is here. Keep the fire burning, sir. Thank you, Pastor Debo. Laura Ikeobi, I'm really learning from you, sir. Thank you. Mofe Lola says, I thank God for the reservoir of anointing in your life. Thank you, sir. Oshuko said, thanks, Pastor Sunday. Bless you, sir, for these wonderful messages. Thank you. Okay. Gift Amos, thank you, my mentor, for making the women to know wisdom, self-sufficiency, attract worth and wealth. Thank you, Jesus, for this insight. Yeah. Chris says, if I cannot make it to your conference this year, I decree and declare that one day, one faithful day, I will draw one-on-one with you as Lord's will and approves. No problem. Okay, Shioma is here. Pastor, the History Makers Training Online. Please, how can we make this possible? We are going to be showing some of them to you. Maybe not quite everything, but we are going to try to show some to you. By the way, Shioma, somebody was asking how they could get the CDs for these messages in Africa. I hope you supply your video, your contact for the person who was asking. Esther Kuganja, this teaching on environment is gold, a key to our success, in addition to knowledge and character. Thank you, Pastor. Mashu, thank you for always adding value to me. Princess Blessing, Please, I have missed all you said. I'm just joining. Well, just go ahead and press the share button. There is a share button under your video. Share the video. When you share it, it will come to your timeline. That is how you get a copy of the message. Then you could go and listen to the whole thing from the beginning. No problem that you missed it. Just share the link and go and listen to it. Or you could go to my blog, to my Facebook after this program finishes now, and then listen to it all over again. Robin Shockley. Like Christ loves the church, men as love their wives, right? Francis Singh, is it possible to send close to 80? Oh, why not? Why not? God has to speak to each individual, or everybody that has the opportunity has to get in touch and find a way to do that. Chris, yes, sir, we should protect our women through, sir, like you taught me to be a father to my wife. It blessed me a whole lot. Okay, here we go. Charis Ngoya. I loved everything about this session, and I especially appreciate the piece on relying on God and letting go. Being close to Him, which will make us so free that we can let people go if they so choose, whilst keeping our peace. After all, there is no one who can love us as much as God does. Yep. Robin says, yes, we are the weaker vessel and men are to protect us. And we, in return, respect and love them even more because of that. Yep, that's true. Ola Johnson, Pastor, you are awesome. Thank you. Jolomi White, when I am fully ready for marriage, I may be asking my fiancé to be these questions. Have you ever been under the teaching of Pastor Sunday Adelaja? So everybody is looking for wife from the ministry of Pastor Sunday Adelaja. The wife from the Embassy of God or people on this platform are going to be hot cake. But the women also are asking the same question. They want to get husband from people who have been on this platform. Gladys Unshang said, I'm addicted to Pastor Sunday. Thank you, sir. Folasha Niki Kelomo said, even me, I'm addicted also. Wow. Evangelist Muji, thank you very much, sir. You have had many values to the extent your teaching has become the talk of town anywhere I go. Elizabeth Ali, Pastor, me, I'm sending you the man for serious coaching before I marry her. Miranda said, I'm not looking for a husband. Don't message me, boys. Elizabeth said, wow, well done. John Lucky, many churches have no idea of this teaching, and that's why we have many broken marriages in churches. I think they should get Dr. Adelaja books and messages to teach their members. God bless you, sir. Tayo Stevens said, if you need Pastor Sunday Adelaja material, I will send them to you for free anywhere in Nigeria. Please send, okay, these are his telephone and contact. Sharon Mill said, Pastor Sunday, I love the way you teach because you teach with such a deep love for people. Thanks for loving the woman. Funsho says, what time does the program air on regular basis? Well, if you go to look at my timeline, you will see it there. You will see the banner there. It tells about the time for the program. Henry Ohaka, you are a real man of God. See you soon. Henry, long time. Wow, blessings. Funsho says, waiting to listen to what will be my first message from you. I read one of your books. Wow. I've already finished the message today. So get a copy. Just press the share button and you get a copy of it and listen to it. And then the schedule of when I come out is everywhere. It's everywhere on my page here. Francesca Graziano. Ciao, Pastor Sunday. A very pleasant, and I learn every day more. I'm so blessed to have you a part of my life. Thank you for such wisdom on a daily basis. I'm blessed indeed. I praise you, sir. Thank you, Francesca. Francesca, thank you so much. Babs, first time watching you live, sir. God bless you, and I will definitely make this a date. Wow, I hope it will be a blessing to you. Tayo Stevens says, thank you, Pastor. We have now discontinued the use of any other material in my office. We only use materials of Pastor Sunday's training to train our members in the office now. Your messages are just wonderful. Elizabeth said, we are all addicted. Well, guys, I will be back tomorrow morning. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm always here every morning and every evening. The time just changed for some people, but the time is there on my Facebook page. Look at the time, the same time tomorrow morning, and as usual, and today, the same time in the evening as usual, also tomorrow evening. So see you tomorrow. God bless you, everybody. Bye.